And this week's budget
was a disaster, absolutely savage, and it's going to mean a serious drop in living standards for hundreds of thousands of people. That's what it means, and they could have done it so differently.
How?
Well, for instance, what's happened here is that carers, disabled, blind people and widows are now going to have to pay out serious money, which is eventually going to go into bonuses for bankers. People are outraged. There could have been a situation, if they had taken Fine Gael's advice, for instance, where you wouldn't have had to increase tax rates for hundreds of thousands of low and middle income families. I suppose the best example really is the fact that before the budget, the Taoiseach's income was 13 times the minimum wage. After the budget, it's 14 times the minimum wage. Is that fair?
And where does the IMF fit into all of this then?
Well, the IMF have come here with the European Central Bank and the European Commission to offer money to Ireland because we haven't been able to borrow money on the international markets because those markets have no faith in the Irish government. That's why they're here. And while they're here, they're putting serious constraints on the money that they're going to lend to Ireland to run services next year and to keep the banking system moving. The IMF are based in Washington. Now, their board was to give a final consideration and approval to this deal tomorrow. But because the Fianna Fáil Parliamentary Party suddenly decided to have a vote in the Dáil on the Memorandum of Understanding next week, which they refused twice already, the IMF have suspended judgment on the deal. This has caused consternation in the international financial markets, and it's another example of a monumental blunder of incompetence by this government.
Is that one of the reasons why the Greens can't decide whether to go or whether to stay?
Well, no. These are the crew of the Bounty, and they have mutinied. Difficult to find them in the chamber. They want off this ship, and they want off this ship by January, by having a general election. But now they're beginning to say, well, we need another little bit of legislation to pass through here. And for that reason, I want to make it perfectly clear that if this government attempt to stay in office for one day longer than necessary, I'll move every facility we have in the chamber, including a motion of no confidence in them if I have to.
Well, there's an election pending. Are you ready for it, Enda?
I am, and the Fine Gael party is ready for it. I can't predict what the people will do, but we will stand enough candidates to win an overall majority, and we'll be very confident that the plan and the strategy that we have is going to win the votes and the support of the people, and I'll tell you why. It's based on 3 pillars. 1, restore sound public finances. 2, cut the cost of government and cut out waste. And 3, have a really strong, aggressive programme for job creation, for improvement in growth figures, and for getting our people back to work.
I look forward to talking to you again.
You will.